Guys, it is Sunday Funday and the sun is out, and I had quite a few wobbly pops yesterday. Don't remember how many. At least 5 beer and at least 5 or 6 rum and coke. But anyway, we're up, we're standing, we're moving, and I've already washed up my 58 Ford, dragged her out, gave her a bath, nothing special, checked all the fluids, did the tire pressure, went through the trunk, cleaned all the windows inside, vacuumed it out, kind of getting it ready for the season. She looks good, but trust me, it's time for a redo. She's got some issues coming up on her. You know, there's some bubbles happening on the lower rockers and up on the dog legs. When I got this car, it was the original paint, and I stripped it the bare metal, and there was no rust in it then, believe it or not. It had been off the road, this car, since I think 78, I believe, or was it 74? Somewhere in there it was last on the road. So it wasn't even on the road for 20 years of its life, or just around that. And anyway, sat in a garage in New Westminster. Originally it came from the island. But yeah, so stripped it all down and painted it black, obviously, and there was no rust, and now we have rust. And that's what happens. You never know where rust is going to come up. I put a tube grill in it from Cal Custom. That's the original Cal Custom tube grill. Put a little 302 in it, C4 automatic. 9-inch factory rear end with a posi in it with 389 gears. So yeah, she screams on the highway, but she goes on the highway. You know, if I'm doing 60, 65 miles an hour, she's sitting at around 3,000 RPM. So yeah, it's still the original paint you can see on the dash. That's what color the whole car was. And if I actually I did take the car off the frame, had the frame blasted, painted, all new body mounts I put. If I actually lift this carpeting up, it's still that gray paint, just like that. But I'd redone the interior. This quite a while ago now. This car was done and finished probably, got to be 13, more than around 13 years, because I moved out here in Chilliwack, and 2 years later I finished it. So 13 years this car's been on the road. Actually, I can roll the window down before it gets all hot. It's gonna be nice today, so roll that shit down, right? Yeah, we'll see if it'll fire up for you. Let's see here. Come on, old girl. No, needs a couple pumps of the gas. Mind you, can't blame it. It is cold. It is cold. You can see the temperature's right down over there. I've literally pulled it. There it is. Charging. Oil pressure's coming right up. Look at that sucker going right to 50 pounds. Black's hard to see it, but where is it here? That's a rust bubble there. You know, I don't know where the other one is. Right down there, one. So I was supposed to pull this car in this winter, and I was supposed to do all the rust repair, but God, with everything else on the go, you know, but I did buy all the panels. Panels are right here, all new, sitting in a box. And they all are. So, yeah, we'll get to it one of these days. But it's not to the point where it's I'm overly concerned. I mean, there's a big one right there. Whatever. Like I say, I don't. Almost at 140 and still got 50 pounds oil pressure. Yeah, it's a good solid little engine I had built there. Nice little 302, built up, nothing crazy for a cam. I think this engine dynoed it didn't dyno it too much. I think this engine dynoed, if I remember correctly, somewhere. It might even be in the glove box, I don't know. No, I got a file folder, it's in the file folder. I think it dynoed at 315 or 325 horse, something like that. Now, of course, they ain't got that to the rear wheels. You gotta go through the tranny and all the other bullshit, but still. Quick little engine, good enough. Good enough. Good enough for what I'm after. Yeah. So yeah, good times yesterday with the boys over at the bar. Got the bar all cleaned up, back to normal looking again today. Everything's back to normal, all clean, so that's a good sign. And lots of empties in that box, and lots of empties in another box. Fun times. You got to do that once in a while. You got to have some good times. So we're going to. I think we're going to. Look at the 55. I know you're all excited and you think I'm going to be cutting wheel wells today, but I don't know if I'm going to be or not. I mean, I got out here and got started at 10, and it's around 11:30, quarter to 12 now. So I got to. I don't know if I'll get all this done today, but oops, something's better than nothing. We'll get some light on the subject. We'll at least get her up in the air and get these new leaves in it today. Alright? And I definitely have all next Sunday for sure guaranteed to be with you guys working on my stuff. I know that because I know my wife has plans for herself next Sunday to go do something. I can't remember what she's doing, but anyway. So anyway, I think I'll set the camera down. It's almost noon. I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat so we can just get that out of the way too. And then we'll kind of position this bad boy over a bit, and we'll get her up on some stands and just take it from there. Something is always better than nothing. Okay, we're up on stands and we are underway. I gotta remember too, well, I am remember now, I gotta clean these up real good. Throw some paint on them. But again, that's not nothing too crucial because we're going to be taking out this diff anyway that's in here once I can afford to get my other diff that I need in place. And like I said, I can't seem to do that right now. We got too many things on the go, and that's why I decided, well, let's put the leaves in. Let's get this diff centered on the leaves, and then at least we can cut some wheel wells out, right? So yeah, that's it. So we're gonna continue on here in this afternoon. So let's get the other one undone. Well, I got the U-bolts out. End up having to cut this side, no big deal. But look at this. So this, you have to remember, these leaf springs and diff came out of the original frame that this car was under. Look, when I took it apart, it just fell. Look at that. Wow. Like, don't see that too often, I don't think. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Don't know. Just taking it easy today. Taking her easy. You're probably all out there saying, Rick, you drank too much last night. No. It's a nice, if you look at this, it's just a mild, calm day today. I'm just kind of got the oldies going and just taking it all in and having fun. Not in a rush today. I thought I'd be in a rush to get this cut out, but I'm not. It's going to be what it's going to be. Well, let's get the other one off and see if that leaf spring don't break like this one too. Alright, our leaf springs are out. Shackles are out. I think what we're going to do next is we're going to clean these up, give them a bit of paint. While they're drying up, I'll probably wipe down the water that's on my 58 so I don't get too many water stains. It's going to have some. It's a black car. Is what it is. I don't panic over it, like I say. Just a driver is all it is now until it gets repainted. But yeah, we'll get these all, take these in the shop and get them all stripped right down and cleaned, and maybe run a tap on the threads where the shock goes on. Get that over with. Good day so far. Sun's coming out, and honestly, even though I got a late start, I've only been at it for like just a little over an hour. That's good. Well, we're getting there, folks. Got everything just hung in there loosely right now. Got to kind of snug it up. Like I said, I'm not going to over snug it because that diff's coming out, and you might be wondering why the U-bolts are so long. They're new U-bolts. I had them made 3 inches longer, just in case I got to put a spacer, a wedge, whatever you want to call it, lowering block in between there to get the right stance. It's better to make them longer, your U-bolts, because you can always cut off the excess in the end, rather than making them too short, right? So I got to, just got to get a magnet. I lost my socket in the frame rail, so I got to fish that out, and I don't know where the day's going. I guess the day's just going quick because I got out here late and spent some time on my car washing it, and I was hoping to get these cut out today, and now I got to focus on it. The clouds and rain are blowing in. Look at the eagles up there. See our eagles? They live in that tree. Isn't that beautiful? Look at them. Yeah. I was never much of a bird watcher, but lately I kind of started watching them a bit. Why not? They're quite interesting actually if you watch them. I'm not to the point where I'm curious what they all are. I really don't care. They're just interesting to watch. Anyway, okay, gonna grab a magnet and fish out my socket, then snug up the leaves. Alright guys, leaves are in. Now I went with a 2-inch dropped leaf, and I read a lot on these leaves, and a lot of guys were like, oh, they only drop it an inch. And some were like, no, it dropped mine too. I always research and study everything, but I don't pay much attention to when it comes to like sheet metal and springs, or not sheet metal, leaf springs and springs on vehicles, because you have to remember they're new, so they have to settle too a bit, right? So anyway, I think they dropped it easily 2 inches. You tell me from the beginning of this video to now. They're in there, and that there is kind of right there. That's the height I want. I don't want this nosebleed thing. And don't forget now, that's no blocks. That's 2 inches in the back. Now don't forget the front is going to come down. We're putting that big 409 in there. Then we got a rad. Then we got front sheet metal. We got outer fenders, rad support, and a hood. We don't have inner fenders. We're not going to run them, obviously. The back's going to have your gas tank full of gas. Big deal, right? A rear bumper. Front's going to have no bumper. So I would think, honestly, the front's got to go down another inch for sure. It's going to drop an inch of all that weight on there. I don't see why it wouldn't. The back, I don't know. Like I say, when everything settles down, I think it's sitting just right. And it's getting a little late in the day. I know I thought I was going to cut the radius and wheel wells today, but it's not going to happen. It's almost 4 o'clock now, and I have to load up an engine because I'm going to the engine builder tomorrow. So that's why I've got my truck out back here. So I still have to do that, load an engine. I got to put this back away, put the tools away. But we will give you a little bit of a teaser here. Let me just roll the camera over there so you don't see what I'm up to. You don't see what I'm up to at all. Okay, let's give you a little bit of a teaser pleaser. Now, like, what are you thinking? I'm thinking that looks pretty damn cool to me. Pretty cool. Pretty certain these are the tires I'm going to run. It's giving you an idea. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll get a few things put away. And like I say, I got to take, this is the engine we're taking in. I'm going to run to the machine shop tomorrow to my buddy Terry. And he's not going to rebuild this or nothing. He's just going to go through this. He's going to go through it, regasket it. And because it was rebuilt. And maybe, you know, maybe put some new frost plugs, valve seals in it. Stuff like that. Unless he finds something crazy wrong with it, but I don't think he will. And while I'm in there dropping that off, I'm going to pick up the engine for the 68 Chev pickup, the 350 we have built. And in between working on my gasser today, I've been playing with my 58 a bit. I threw some tire shine on there, kind of shined up the wheels. So I dried it off. It's still got water stains all over, but so be it. So that looks a lot better. So yeah, so set this camera down and get a few things put away here. Okay, we got the car pushed in out of the way here. So sorry guys, I never got that cut, but now we can just focus on cutting next weekend, right? Unless you guys say, hey, let's chop the Model A roof off. Could be one or the other. So obviously I moved my truck in. I got this little 283 all loaded up now. So I had to get that done, and like I say, the clock don't lie. It's 4:30, and I still got some stuff to clean up, so it gives me a half hour before 5 o'clock, and then that's it. Head in, have a shower, and then it'll be dinner time. So I got to wrap this up in plastic, obviously, because it's looking like rain. What else is new? But that's okay. That is okay. It's only April, right? It'll be what it'll be. So, with that being said, wasn't the funnest, wasn't the greatest, but we got something done today. That's all that matters. had some good times with my friends yesterday, and that's what life's all about. So, can't make it about every Sunday Funday. Can't be out here dedicated all the time constantly. There's other things in life, as much as I'm surprising I'm going to say this, than cars. Sometimes there's other things in life. But that being said, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We will have some videos this week of progress on everything else around the shop. And we got a cool little 32 Ford coming in. Okay guys, that's right, I said 32 Ford. See you later.